What's good, y'all? How y'all living? I'm here with my boy Wayne Kelly. Man, you know what I'm saying? Wayne, we was talking about staying away from distractions. We found some things that work for us that we feel like might work for everybody else. So like, what's some things, you know what I'm saying, that you've learned along, your path so far that's really helped you out, bro?
I think some of the most important things that I've learned thus far, being at 23 years old, is choosing who I hang around mostly, choosing where I spend my time, where I devote my time to, because sometimes the saying goes, whatever you think about or wherever you're around, you're going to become. So you ever look at people sometimes and they talk about their upbringing and they say, I'm a product of my environment. Well, that holds true no matter what stage you're at in life. So you're a product of your environment wherever you go. And if you have, I guess, people who are supportive around you, and you try to focus in on what you think your true calling is, that stuff kind of helps out and can help you live your life more purposefully.
So can you speak on having the mindset of having like that purpose driven, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there are so many distractions in this world, like regardless if, even sometimes if you even stay focused, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way life is, man. You have obstacles coming your way and it's just like, how do you, not stay down and get back up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for you, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, for one, how I don't submit myself to certain distractions or saying if how I stay focused is I kind of do like checks and balances on myself. I ask myself internally just what means more to me at that given time. Like some people, they look at the end goal and they look at the process of stuff and they say, or maybe right now is a good time. Like beginning of 2018, a lot of people have New Year's resolutions, right?
Very true.
And a lot of people say,
This
this year, I want to make $100,000, right?
Yeah.
But some people don't want to do what it takes to get to that $100,000. They maybe don't have the drive to do every step of that journey, right? So what's important to you? You got to follow your passion. If that's your passion to have income-based activities, then step by step, you probably will get to that $100,000 in time. But what it is that sometimes the distractions come along the way and deter us from the process. So the process is what's going to get us to that end goal, and the distractions are in those little gaps. Maybe when you're not doing those activities. So even when you're not doing something, you got to be doing it, like in your mind. If that makes sense.
So, specifically to you, what are some of your distractions as, what I'm saying, you getting your goal of getting your own business you was talking about? What's some things you got to be aware of in that process?
Different distractions. Well, for me, social media.
Yeah.
Social media definitely. I mean, using that for the right things and not the wrong things.
Very
being
true.
Intentional with that. Like I said, choosing who I spend my time with. I would also say I don't know, being kind of conscious of how much rest I'm getting and how much rest I should not be getting. Like if you just chilling. Yeah.
I ain't never thought about that.
Yeah, think about it in the opposite way. Like, some people sleep or just try to chill when they think they don't have anything to do. Sometimes there's always more to be done.
Very true.
So those be my distractions.
I feel it. I really feel that because I read this thing where it was this dude talking about be conscious of your diet. And when he was talking about diet, he wasn't talking about just the food you eat. You know what I'm saying? You got to be conscious of the things you read, the people you're around, the environment that you're in, because all of that has an effect on you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're most like the top 5 people you spend time with too. So it's like, regardless if you like them or not, they're gonna brush off on you. So you know what I'm saying? You want to surround yourself with positive people. To like that social media stuff, man. Like as far as staying focused, is there what's like one of the best pieces of advice you could give somebody who is either in college or right after college on if they don't know how to start? You know what I'm saying? What could you tell them?
Start as far as what?
Like pursuing their dream. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like, you know, once you're outside of that school realm, it's like, it's totally just kind of on you. You know what I'm saying? You can use all the school and, you know, the advice you got from your parents, whatever. But once you step into, like, you know, the real world, it's like, what connections do you have to therefore work, you know, the system or whatever you're trying to do?
I would say the tips I would want to give, though, is living life thus far. Sometimes, like, you probably heard this before. It's not what you know, it's who you know. But further than that, it's not what you know, it's who you know, and it's who knows you. So at the end of the day, sometimes those are the connections that can get you places, right? There's some people in this world who don't have the best grades, who don't always have, you know, the best GPA or get honors in school, but they made it a long way because they know the right people and they hang around the right crowd. So you can see people every day, you scroll up and down your timeline, who you probably knew or went to school with, and you're like, man, I used to get way better grades than them, or I was in this and that, but they're around the right people right now in their circle. Not to say you're not, but they use that to their advantage. So not to say you want to be opportunistic or use people just for what they have, but sometimes it can rub off on you. I believe success, just like bad luck, is both contagious. So being around good people will rub off on you. Being around bad people, same thing. And like Dion said, you kind of want to be conscious of everything you put into your body. So everything your diet, all that stuff matters, man. And a lot of people these days, they'll listen to this music and everything. Music is good because I feel like it gives you a rhythm in life, but not everything you listen to is beneficial. Some of these rappers, particularly, they talk about a lifestyle that isn't theirs. And if you ingest that and you believe that, then that's going to work its way into your life, you know?
Yeah.
Some guys get violent. They listen to violent music.
That's very true, bro. Shoot. Honestly, I feel like we done covered a lot of the topics. But I will say, like, I think, you know, first and foremost, to, like, be aware of distractions, you got to, or not necessarily, like, be aware of your goals, you got to be aware of distractions, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what I do, I kind of like have like planners to, like, you know, you gotta write down your goals, man. Like, I feel like I forget not necessarily forget my goals, but like if I'm more aware of them, then I'm more purpose, you know, of them throughout the day, throughout just my entire life, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a piece of advice I can give people, is to, like, write out your goals, write out your vision, you know what I'm saying, for your life. Because it's not a thing to waste, you know what I'm saying? Life is never a thing to waste, and you can have so much in this world if you have the right mindset, you know, because I feel like that's the most important thing, because if you have the mindset to do it, then anything is possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro. Unless you got something else, man, I think that's going to be a wrap. All right, man, appreciate it, bro. Until next time.
Hey, got goals, got dreams. I'm infatuated with nice things.